Namaste and welcome. Welcome to your own personal Hatha Yoga class. It is hard to know how we will manage stress until we're in that moment. Shakespeare said it. When the sea was calm, all boats showed mastership in floating. Ah, yes. In the storms we are obliged to cope. And yet the storms, the upheavals in our lives, can be looked upon as wise and valuable teachers. The struggle to survive the situation often brings about new and creative ways to cope. And from it, we grow and we deepen as human beings. The fight-flight response kicks into action at stressful moments. Why do we hold our breath at stressful times? Like moments of fear, we'll go, well, it's a good response. It's a positive pop of energy needed to get you through the rough situation. It's the not knowing how to turn that high-octane energy off after the crisis has passed that gets us into trouble. I really encourage you to practice your yoga relaxation and breathing techniques when your ocean is calm. And then when things begin to churn up, and they will, you can confidently tap into your inner reserves of tranquility. And those inner reserves never leave you. They're always there. Up we go. And clear away the coffee table, clear away your furniture. I hope you've done that before. We even come together. And we're going to begin with a nice moon salutation. And everybody can do it. It's very, very simple and safe, and I'll go slowly. All right, so plant your feet about hip-width apart. Arms alongside of your body, and this is our Tadasana position. It's the position that gathers us together. It brings a transition into the next moment. It also brings you into the very moment. And just have your arms at your sides and lift this breastbone, lift it up. Long neck, and just pause here and reconnect yourself to the earth. And breathe for a moment. Breathe out and down through your feet. And in, let the earth's energy come up into you so that there is that remembrance of your connection to the earth. Yes, it's wonderful to do that. It's very, very balancing on lots of different levels of yourself. So inhaling, raise both arms above your head. Right, both arms up. Beginning to stretch the day out of those bones, and exhale, lower the arms down. Very easy. Just have the breath, the inhale lifts the arms, and then this time slightly pull them back of your ears. Don't lock your knees, and tuck the pelvis just slightly so there's not too much arch in your back. And now lower your right arm. This is my right arm. You lower your right arm, and we'll stretch to the right. And then back to center, and then change. We'll go to the left. Exhaling, lean forward just slightly. Keep you out of the back. Now raise both arms up. Breathe in, grow, pull the ribs out of the waist. Then arc back and keep lifting. Keep lifting, maybe hold the breath comfortably. Exhaling now, just float forward. Stretching the day now out of the hamstrings. If you're very stiff, put your hands on the couch. Get off the couch, but put your hands on it. And that'll take any strain off of your back. Just rest there for a moment. Let your head hang. Now let's come up to standing. Up to standing. Breath in. Stretching up. Good. Now arms out into a T position. I'm going very slowly. Feet about 3.5 feet apart. And here is triangle pose. And we start with our feet, so just turn. We're going to go to the right. Left foot in slightly. Look down at right foot pointing to the right. And then glide to the right. Just glide. Take your time. Right hand to shin bone. And left hand, just explore the space above your head. And look up to the thumb of your hands. No floppy fingers. And then come back up. And then change. We'll go in the opposite direction. Glide left. Down to shin bone. Take your time. Left arm. Remember, you have an imaginary wall back there. So turn the navel towards me. Breathing back up to center. And now we'll do an intense side stretch. We'll do it less intensely. To the right. Left foot in slightly. Right foot turn so that you're over your thigh and raise both arms above your head. You're over your right leg. Exhaling. Fold forward and ease the knees. This is our first time, so just take your time. Easing the knees. Inhaling. Coming up. Let the in-breath lift you, then turn and we'll go in the other direction. Exhaling, folding forward and forward. Good, good. And as you hold, try to think about bringing, this is my right hip down towards the floor. And easing that front leg, especially if it's paining you at all. And then sweep the arms up. Here we go. Back to center, bringing the feet together. Last time, inhale, arc back, and then lower the arms down. Now, let's do the moon salutation again, and the emphasis will be on your breathing. Feet hip-width apart, and I'll say a little bit less too. Inhale, raise both arms up. Arc back, holding the breath comfortably. Exhaling, drop your right hand, right hip, and stretch to your right. Exhaling. Through your nose, inhale up. Exhaling left, lean slightly forward out of the lower back. Inhaling up. Good, now exhale, folding forward, forward, forward. Easy knees, not locking the knees. Sweep the arms out to your side as we go into triangle pose. Good 3.5 feet apart. Now be very generous as you can. Turn the feet. Exhale to your right, triangle pose. That's it, imaginary wall behind the shoulders. Look up, back to center. Turn, and smoothly exhale, left. Look up, and then back to center. Good, turn now, look over your right leg, both arms above your head. Stretch up, exhaling. Drop the left hip. Inhale, coming up, and then turning, link the posture with your breath, exhaling. And inhaling back up to center, and if you want to add a little arc back, do. Breathe first. Exhaling, lowering the arms. Very nice. Now, I'd like to do one more time, even less talk. Let the smooth movement, breath all move together. Inhaling, both arms up. Hold breath lightly, arc back. Back to center. Exhale, right. Inhale, back center. Exhale, left. Inhale, back center. Arc back. Exhale, smoothly flow forward. Inhaling up. And then feet apart for your triangle pose. Exhale to the right. Center. Inhaling. Exhale to the left. Inhale. Intense side stretch, turn. Inhale. Exhaling. Ease the front knee, no pain. Breath flows in, turn, opposite direction, exhaling. Inhaling, coming up. Fine. Then bring both feet together. Let's end with a little arc back. And then exhaling smoothly, smoothly. Let the breath lower the arms. Down and down and down. Very nice. Pause here. Remember that moon salutation could be done at least 6 times. So just reunite yourself, your feet to the earth. You've been floating with the moon for a while. Let's do a half moon balance, though, and I just can't help. We need before we sit down. Remember the half moon balance. Perhaps you need a little bit of height for your hands, and so I have my color coordinated brick here today. So I'm going to turn. We're going to go to the right. Just follow along and lean forward. Now, I have a book or a brick or a pillow, but something, and I have placed it to the side of my foot. This is my right foot. I place it in front of and to the side of my foot. Left hand is to your left hip. All right, are you there with me? And that back leg is nice and strong. Now, push off and balance on your right leg. Even if you just get this far today, that's fine. And hopefully when you see this again, you'll practice it, it'll be a little stronger. Start to turn your navel to the center, shoulders. As if your heel and shoulders are against a wall. Then when you get your balance, lift the top arm, that's my left arm, up to the ceiling. And then I lightly turn my head. Then come down to an easy three-point landing and up, and we'll change. Go on the opposite side, left foot. Place a book, remember a book or a pillow, even a coffee table that's stable alongside of your foot, to the side of it. And then right hand to hip. Then push off. So the tendency here is to really arch your spine. I want you to feel more of a turning, like a sun rising in your belly towards the center of your room. Relax your shoulders. You're breathing, yes? And raising the left arm up. And then turning lightly, trying to smile. And then come down. Easy three-point landing. And then back up. Good. Rest your back for a moment. Crash. And that might be done by just easing yourself forward and then holding onto your ankles and just rest your back. Then come up to a standing position. Big, deep back muscles work there. And come onto your knees for a moment into table pose. And we can rest those deep back muscles by stretching them in the opposite direction with your cat pose and table pose. So come onto your knees and I just bring my knees behind my hips. Hands are beneath the shoulders, and my spine is as straight as a table. And round your back, exhaling. Inhaling, lift the chin. Exhaling, and this stretches those deep back muscles you were just using. And you inhale and lift the chin. Last time, exhaling. Fine. Now, looking at your left hand. Here's my left hand. Let's sweep the left arm out to the side and up. We're preparing to do a camel pose. You lower the arm, and we need to stretch the shoulder girdle area. This is a nice way to start that. Lift the right arm up and down. Let's try that one more time. Sweep the arm out to the side. Look up to the thumb. Pause. Breathe. Then exhaling, and then let's bring that left arm down, left shoulder, left cheek to the floor. Pull the arm out. Back to table. Look at your right hand smoothly. Right arm up. Pausing. Breathing. And then lowering the arm down. And here, right shoulder, right cheek. And sink into your shoulder area. Oh, should feel quite good. Then pull that, like you were unthreading the thread out of the eye of the needle. Pause. And then hand back into your table. And just sit for a moment. Just sit. Close your eyes. Place your hands to the earth. And just pause here. Exhaling your air out completely. Pull the belly button in. And inhaling smoothly. That's it. Inhaling smoothly, so the mid-chest, the upper chest, pause. Then the exhaling slowly out of both nostrils. No rush, no rush. And that, it's just this little break is that pause that refreshes. Because the yoga postures are very important, but so are the spaces in between the postures. Come onto your knees again, and let's do a lunge pose. It's a nice warm-up for what I'd like to do today. So place the left foot forward, and that right knee, begin to work it back for lunge, and just going down. This is for the little hip hinge of here. This is on my right hip hinge, right where my hand is. It sort of opens and it closes, this area right here. You should feel it a little bit, but not pain. Raise both arms up. And then clasp your hands behind you. If not, just keep the arms apart and open the chest. Or, if you can, clasp your hands behind you. Inhale. Lift the chin. Lift the breastbone. And then release, and then walk your hands around, 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 around. Other direction, lunge. Take a moment to get this little rusty hinge that's right here by going down, pulling back, and down. Now raise both arms up. Clasp your hands behind you or keeping them open like the prow of a boat. And lift your chin and lift your breastbone. Good. And then coming forward, and I'd like you just to turn here and to watch me. Just sit on your heels. Sit on your heels, and your toes are turned under. This stretches out the toes that have been incarcerated in shoes. And the little opposite direction is just to have feet flat. Turn your toes under once again, and now come off the heels of your feet. Put your hands right on top of the crest of your hip. Don't worry what surrounds the hip, all right? Just put the hands on top of those bones and press your hip bones forward. Lift your breastbone, and it's like a great waterfall coming up and back over your head. Good. As you press forward, and then release. Now watch here, just one time. I'm going to press down on my hips. Hips go forward. Waterfall goes back. And I'll lean back to find that heel and then the other heel. And I'm breathing, and very last, and only if you feel good and feels you're not struggling, you can lift your breastbone and drop the head back. Continue to breathe. And then release. Try it one more time. Don't drop the head back, will you, if you have any pain in your neck at all. Let's come up. Turn toes. Press forward, and the waterfall up and over your head. Take your time. As you're pressing forward, leaning back, find one heel. Do not go any further. Maybe you'd like to lift one arm up and just sort of try the waters. And then change. The other hand to the heel. And arching back. Wonderful, very energizing. And then let's come forward now. Onto your heels. Exhaling, and really relax your low back. Open your knees up and just go undulate from side to side. Turn one cheek and just massage these deep back muscles. Good, resting there. Breath flows in. Yes, good. And now let's just briefly stretch your legs briefly out in front of you and folding forward, easing the knees. And another way to just let those lower back muscles stretch out. Good. Breathing comfortably. And now come up. Let's raise both arms up. Then lower the arms down. Cross your ankles. All right. And place your hands to the earth as we can do a lovely calming posture with a twist and be very inward and quiet about it. Place your fingertips to the earth. And sit with ankles crossed. Left ankle over the right, left hand to right knee, and right hand to the floor behind you. Up on your fingertips, like a little spider. Now sit tall for your spinal twist. Closing your eyes, and then begin by visualizing the space around you. Let your body dissolve into the space as you begin to move very, very slowly to the right, into the emptiness. Begin now by slowly spiraling the navel to the right, and then ribs right. Good, and then right shoulder, moving without anticipation. And then pausing here. quality of emptiness into your right shoulder. And begin to explore how far it moves up and down. Yes. And then return the right hand to the floor, continuing turning the face right, and let your nose lead the way. Holding the movement, breathing is comfortable. Begin to explore the inside of your body. Scan it. Be like the architect walking from room to room, through a house that you have not visited before. And then release all striving as you pass from room to room. And now release the posture. And change spiral twist position. Right ankle over left, right hand to left knee, and left arm is free. Left hand slightly behind you, up like a little spider. Now begin to feel, once again, the space around you. And slowly, very slowly, begin to spiral the body into this space. Navel left. Rib cage melts into the space. And then pause here and begin to explore the space within your left shoulder. No anticipation. Be the architect. And then lastly, the head left, leading with your nose. Pause here. Breathing is comfortable. Observe the space around the pose. Listen to the sounds around you. And then release the posture and be one with the stillness. This is such a beautiful posture to lead you silently and gently into relaxation. So let's lie down. Lie down and set your body up for relaxation. Remember, it's always the same. Just press your low back to the floor, tuck your shoulders in towards the spine, and chin slightly down, and then thumb and index finger form a circle. The palms are up. And this signals to your nervous system that it's time to relax. Now feel where your heels touch your surface. And focus your attention on the toes of your feet. The front of the feet, the soles of the feet, and scan the inside of the feet. And feel your feet full of sensation, pulsation. Now bring your awareness to the back of your hands and where they touch your surface. Make your hands become full of sensation. Palms of the hands and fingers, warm or cool, tingling pulsation. And now focus on your ears and listen passively to the sounds of your room. Feel where your eyelids touch. Eyeballs heavy beneath the lids. Where your lips touch. And then move your attention to the top of your head and imagine a hole at the very top of your head, like a blowhole of a friendly whale. And then imagine your breath moving up and down throughout this hole and then throughout your entire body. Breathing in and then breathing out freely flowing from the toes up to the top of your head and through the center of your body. And again, up and down through the center of your body, to the top of your head, down to the central part of your body. Feel how the body becomes clear and transparent, full of space. And now end the relaxation by just being here now. And then just resting a moment or two in that timeless moment. Raise the arms above the head. Stretch. Press the low back to the floor. Roll over onto your side. Yes, rest a moment. And then come up to a seated position. And take what you have, what you feel and what you've gained, what your insight has been on with you into your day. Thank you. And namaste.